Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Waalaikumsalam, good morning sir.
Okay, siri 12. Alright, so we are going to discuss on last week lab question. Okay. Right. Do you have any problem related to this question, class? I think it is a straightforward question. Okay, so let's check some of the answers. Some of your answers. For question 1. Okay, for question 1. Okay. Yeah, I think I already opened up for Lim. Lim is here. Are you here, Lim?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So everyone can see my shared screen. So I'm sharing my whole screen over here. So this is the answer from our friend Lim. Okay. Okay. So first questions. Okay, this one you have to refer to the hierarchy table, hierarchy of the order of the operation. So we start with the first hierarchy is, okay, on top of the hierarchy is the brackets, right? So we solve everything inside of the bracket since there are 3 brackets over here. So we must solve the most left, the left first. Okay, in this case, this one. So it's correct. So the first operation is between D and A, and D more than or equal to A. So D is 12, A is 5. So 12 is more than or equal to A. So it is true, kan? So number 2 is the second bracket. Okay, the second bracket, there are 2 operation, right? Not and also AND operation. So if you refer back to the table of hierarchy, between these 2 operation, not is on the top of AND operation. So we solve not first. So this is correct. So F value is false. So not false become true. So the resultant of number 2 is true. Okay, correct. Next, resultant of number 2 and E. Again, resultant of number 2 and E. So resultant of number 2 and E. So it's correct. And the answer is true. Betul kan? So the answer is also correct. Okay, resultant of number 2 is true. Okay, resultant of number 2, the answer is true. True and true. E is true, right? So true and true, the answer is true. Okay, also correct. Okay, next, moving on to the third bracket. Okay, the third bracket is between B and C. So the resultant for 4, okay, B less than C. Okay, B is 4, C is 3. So correct. Okay, correct. So, sorry, it is false. So B is more than C. So B is more than C. So this is false. Okay, false. Right, this one is correct. Okay. And then not resultant of 1. So this is the fifth operation. Okay. Why Lim choose this one? Because
Okay.
yes. Because not, or, and also and. Okay, between these 3 operation, not is the highest rank in the hierarchy of operation. Betul ke? Betul Is it correct? Okay, correct. So this is also correct. Okay, the fifth operation, And then after that, between O and also N, okay, N is the highest, so correct. And then finally, number 7 is O lah, so correct. Okay, so some of you didn't show the operation for egg operation kan. This is important. Okay, this is also give you some marks because it is different compared to expression. Expression doesn't have the equal over here kan. So if it is expression, then you don't have to put okay the last operation. Okay, the last operation must mention store resultant what in a memory location called R, or you can straight away store resultant of 7 in R. Also correct Okay, store the resultant of 7 in R. That's enough already. Okay, because we have equation over here. That's the last operation. If it is expression, okay, expression kan without equation and equal to. So it is just an expression without equal to, then the last answer is number 7 for expression. This is equation. Equation need to be stored. Alright, so similar to number 2. Okay, number 2, I think if you can answer correctly in number 1, you will have no problem to answer number 2 question correctly. Okay, also this is a equation and equation. Okay, equation. So you need to store. Okay, good one, Lim. Right, for number 3. Number 3, you need to list down all possible variables for the given uh, question. And okay, the question is this one. Is it? Alright, right. Okay. So list down all possible variable. So the correct answer is how many variables can you find in this formula? This is volume, radius. You are missing another one. Let's look at the answer from Mashita. 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 Are you here, Mashita? Ada Mashita? Mashita? Hello, Mashita? Ada ni Mashita? Ada kan? Can you hear me, Mashita?
Yang tu masih tahu merah. Bukan masih tak Iwani.
Oh, lain
Ni yang tahu cakap tu. Oh lain.
Okay, sorry. Okay, lain okay. Tengok yang mana yang ada lah. Tak ada lah. Oh, Mashita Umaira. Okay, Mashita Umaira. Okay, Mashita Umaira. Ni betul Okay, volume, radius, and you are missing one more, which is the pi.
Oh, pi. Benar.
Pi bukan constant kan?
Yeah, constant is also a variable, right? Constant is a kind of variables, but if we define a variable as a constant, meaning we cannot change the value of the variables. But constant is also a variable, right?
Okay. Kalau tak baru, tak baru tak
Yeah.
tahu.
What? Sorry? Fikri, yeah? Are you saying something, Fikri? No? Tak ada. Tak ada, eh? No question, eh? Alright. Okay. Uh, okay. So you need to put down another one, which is pi lah. Okay, pi. Okay, but in terms of how to write pi kan, for the variable name, so you cannot put pi like this. This is not recognized by computer. So
Okay.
okay, so you have to follow on how to write down proper variable names. Ada variable names, how to write, what is the rules for writing a variable name kan. So it cannot start with symbol. This one is symbol lah. So cannot recognized by computer. Okay.
Okay.
And also, okay, if you already write radius over here, okay. So inside of your equation, please use the correct name lah. It is not R anymore, kan? So it is a radius lah.
Okay. Just full name lah. Maksudnya RADI semua tu lah semua.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Jadi
Alright.
the volume is correct, and then equal to 4 divided by 3 multiply by EIN. EI,
Okay.
then multiply by radius to the power of 3. Okay, this one is
Oh.
correct.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at somebody else answer. Okay, Daniel. Daniel ada?
Ada.
Okay. Okay, correct. This one. Okay, so this one, if it is this is a case, then you need to put also the pi lah. Okay, pi kena ada pi. So this is a pi, and then this is radius, radius. Okay, so question number 4 kan. So you need to fill in the empty column kan. So the first one is apa? It's a question. Okay, this is the question. Okay, so the first one is sample for name kan. So this is the easiest one. So you just write down, copy everything and put it over here kan. And then, okay, so for writing a string, so make sure you put a bracket but it's not bracket, what you call this? Pembuka penutup kata
Quote.
apa English?
Quotation
Double
mark.
quote, okay, double quote. Okay, double quote. Something like this lah. So this is to differentiate between numeric and character string or string value kan. If it is a single character, you can write down something like this. So this is single character. More than one single, you use double quote. Okay, date. Okay, example, you can write down date. Okay, so, okay. And then, okay, 15 November kan, 15 November. So macam mana? 15 November. For May 2. Okay, so this is also correct lah. Ni siapa punya tadi? Apa? Daniel.
Dia.
Okay. And then each, okay, integer. This is empty kan. So the most I think the only integer in here is age kan? Ada lagi ke yang lain? Tak ada kan?
Ada.
Tak ada integer. Okay, age. So this is correct. So this is integer. Okay, and then salary donation from the given requirement case study kan. So this is the value kan. Salary donation. So monetary, okay, monetary involving anything involving money kan. So it is a real kan, bukan integer. Okay, real. Meaning that we have ni lah perpuluhan. Okay, 0.00. So it is a real. Okay, postcode. Okay, some of you put integer. So no kan. Postcode is a string. So this is correct. Because we are not using postcode for any calculation. So it must put as a string. Okay, I think this one is the easy one. Okay. Okay, this is quite tricky for some of you kan. Alright. For this one, altogether, there are 12 kan? 12 possible variable. The first variable is related to what? Name. Okay, so name. So this is correct. And then student ID. Student ID. Okay, student ID also correct. But if possible, since this is it is not mentioning that you need to write down the variable name only possible variable, then it's okay. But if the question mention write down a correct variable name so you need to follow the rules kan. So cannot leave an empty space between the name kan. For example, this one student ID or student underscore ID. Okay, so name, ID, and then okay. So this is what is the input over here, class? So this is okay. Right. Daniel is correct. Let's look at the next student answer. Okay, Muhammad Nazamirul. Ada?
Yes.
Huh? Ada?
Ada.
Nazamirul. Okay, Nazamirul. Alright. So this one is correct. Lagi kau masuk ni Alright, so tadi. Okay. Okay, Nazamirul. So okay. So this is alright. So this is in detail. So this is perfect. So meaning that you differentiate between each of the equation kan. So this is for operation number 1. Okay, so the input is Q1 operand 1 over here, and then Q1 operand 2, and then Q1 answer, right? This is correct kan? Okay, but the simplest one that is acceptable if anyway if you just write down number 1, number 2, and then this one answer 1, also correct. Okay, and then this one don't use the same variable kan. So since this is a basic equation kan, a basic system without any decision and looping. Okay, so each of these variables should be in a different name. So if you already have number 1 over here, this is you cannot use number 1. Okay, so this is number 3, number 4, answer 2, number 5, number 6, number 7, answer 3. That's also acceptable. Okay, as long as it is a different variable name. Okay, so this is correct lah. Okay, correct. Alright. Okay, simple, right? Any question before we proceed? Alright. So let's proceed to the exercise. Okay, we are just going to use again this question. Okay, so now you already identify all the possible variable. Let's make it PAC, IC, IPO, algorithm, dash check, what else? And flowchart. Okay, out of this question. Boleh tak? Construct, EAC, IC, IPO. Pseudocode no, eh? You don't have to write down the pseudocode. Algorithm, dash check, dash check table for the algorithm, and finally the flowchart. Okay tak? Okay, boleh. So let's start with the PAC. I think we discuss this together lah, okay? And then I give you the question for your exercise. Boleh Okay, so for dash check, let me ask you one by one Boleh So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 kan? 4. The name. Mana? Okay, refresh back your memory for PAC. Okay, PAC consists of 4 section kan? Ingat lagi tak? We just
Given
we
data.
just discussed this yesterday kan? So the first section is the given data kan? Given data, which is the input. Then required result, processing, required, solution, alternative. So what is the given data? Let's say if we okay, we refer to siapa ni tadi? Your friend answer ni kan? So what is the given data? How many from these 12 is the given data?
9.
Huh?
9.
9. Except for what? All is given data except for
Answer.
answer. Yeah, correct. So given data mainly is about inputs. Okay. So identify the inputs and put it inside of given data section. Okay, given data. Mana saya punya buat tadi? Okay. So the input is everything except for the answer kan. Last time Okay, so answer should be put where?
Required result.
Required result, correct. Okay, required result is where you put all the variable or constant related to the outputs. Jangan lupa lah. So which one is the output? Output is the answer kan. This is where we put the output. Is everything Okay. What for processing required? What is processing required?
The operation.
Operation.
Yeah, mainly about the mathematical operation involved, okay, in this case study. So altogether, how many mathematical operation that we have to put?
4.
Four, four.
4.
The answer is 3. Macam mana dapat 4 Apa boleh yang keempat Mathematical operation, there's only 3 lah. 1, 2, 3. Okay, give me the first equation. Sekejap, saya panggil lah. Dia Masyita baru masuk Let's have answer from Muhammad Khairul Aiman. Muhammad Khairul Aiman. Give me the first equation. Okay, refer to this. So the first equation is what?
Question 1 operand 1
Okay.
plus question operand 2
Okay.
sama dengan question 1 answer.
Equal to question 1 answer. Okay. Confirm?
Yes.
Confirm
Confirm.
Kurang tepat. Sebab apa?
Kurang tepat
Kurang tepat.
Okay.
Question 1 answer tu kat depan kan sir?
Okay, correct. Equation kan. So this is what you understand kan. But the computer cannot understand this. Okay, the computer can only understand equation or expression. So this is not equation lah. Equation, it should have one variable in front. Equation kan. And then this variable value is equal to what kan. So this is equation. This is understandable by the computer. Okay. So what's the second equation? Second equation is ambil lah kan. This one kan. Division. Alright. Between Q2 kan. Q2 operand. Saya copy kan. So you just list everything over here kan. So Q2 kan. Q2 answer. Q2. Q2. Ni kan. Q2 ni kan. Q2. Q2. Okay. Okay, boleh. This one should be what operation? Division So divide by lah. Alright. So the third one, who can give me the third one? Kan, kalau time lab ni saya tanyalah awak jawab ladies, ada ladies. Nur Fakirah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me the equation.
Mm. Question 3 answer
Okay.
equal to
Equal to
question 3 operand 1 plus question 3 operand 2
okay.
Darab dengan question 3 operand 3.
Using star kan?
Yeah.
Star, darab Okay, darab. Okay. 3 operand 3 lah. Right. Okay, correct. So what is for solution alternative? Okay, thank you. For solution alternative, as we discussed, okay, if you are not sure what to do, so just take everything inside of input value, okay, inside of the given data, which is the input, and make a statement. What is the statement? Ingat lagi tak? Define. Saya guna short form lah. Define all input value as constant. And second one is define all input value design, but define. As variable. Ini pun boleh kan? Okay. So we put star kan, because user need to enter the value. Kalau constant, user doesn't have to enter the value. Okay, the value already have been initialized inside of the program. Macam mana kan? Nanti saya tunjuk lah. Yang confused pula kan. Alright. So this is for PAC. Okay, for IC. For IC. Okay, remember the basic one. Okay, the basic for IC kan. If you are not sure, just go for the basic. Okay, the basic is consists of one control. Okay, one control. Ni kan, control kan. Okay, control. Control must have control. Must have control. Control lah. You must define it as a control and then put down the program name in front of it. What should be the program name? For example, what? Calculator lah. Calculator control. Okay. So this is the program name. And example. So the basic module. So IC is related to module kan. So the basic module is Boleh? Ingat tak?
Read.
Apa dia?
Read. Read, calculate, print.
Yeah, read, calculate, print. That's the most basic. Okay, correct. Read, calculate, print. So put down the arrow, and then you will get some mark over here. This is if there's no other requirement. Okay, the question just mentioned to you. Okay, develop the IC without mention about the repetition, without mention if there's a decision, kan? If there's a decision in the module related to the module, then you have to apply the decision module lah, kan? So since there are none mentioned over here, so this is the answer. Okay, for IC. And then for IPO. IPO. So how many column for IPO? Lagi masuk. How many column should we put inside of IPO?
4.
Sekejap ada call. Okay, continue. Okay, IPO consists of how many column? How many section? 4, okay?
4.
4 kan? So 4 di ke bawah kan? Okay, 4. Alright. IPO ni, this is much more detail compared to PAC kan? So the first one is input kan? Then
Processing.
process. Then module name and output. Ni banyak sikit lah. Okay, module. Okay, give me the first thing that we need to write down over here. Apa?
Variable.
What variable? What should we taken from the PHC?
Dalam kolom given data.
Yes, correct. Okay, inside of given data, copy everything related to the input kan? Input Okay, sekejap. Okay. Paste. Sangat, sikit-sikit lah. Okay, so the first process. Saya tanya Abdul Rahman.
Yes,
You are C12, Abdul Rahman.
I'm C11 actually.
You don't have other class right now? For C11?
No, right now. No, right now.
No, okay. It's okay. So what's the first process?
I didn't get the words. Was it like from the PowerPoint or where?
Okay, the first process. Okay, if it is an input, okay, if it is an input, the wording is what? It should be okay, something that reflecting the input process, kan? Okay, it can be enter, it can be read, it can be inputs. Okay, so in this case, I choose enter kan for the wording. So meaning that we know that the process is entering something kan. So who is going to enter this value? User. Okay. So enter name. That's the process. Okay. And then what is a proper module for this? For the first process kan. If you want to make it a modular programming, okay, if you want to chunk down, okay, the calculator into separate module, where should we put this process? In what module? So refer to the IC kan. So current module that we have is read, calculate and print. Muhammad Alif. Muhammad Alif. Alif Aiman. Ada tak? Alif Aiman. Ada ni? Mana tak ada kat sini pula
Ada saya ada.
Ada. Okay, Alif Aiman. So what's the answer?
What? Module.
Yes.
What? I think what? The
Choose between read, calculate and print. Choose one.
read.
Read Okay. Read is for input kan. If anybody see this, for sure they will think this is a input. Okay. Module for input. Okay. So we put read Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So this one is input. Okay. So the process must be related to input Okay. So the second one is also similar. Okay, similar So this one enter student ID. Okay. Enter everything Okay, read. Okay, do you have to write down everything one by one? Answer is yes. If there's 100, write down 100 read. Okay. Don't be lazy. Okay. Okay. Next, what should I put over here? Which section should I put for the next process? Anybody can answer. What is the following process?
Calculate.
Calculate what?
Equation.
Okay. Give me one example. One answer. Okay. What's the correct words over here?
Calculate Q1 answer.
Yes. Correct. Calculate Q1. answer. Kan. Follow the flow kan. Follow the flow of your program. So the flow is after user entering all the inputs value, the system. The system kan bukan user. It is not the user is going to calculate. The system is going to calculate for the user kan. So what is the system calculate? What is the system calculating kan? So the first thing that user the program is going to, the system is going to calculate is the Q1 answer kan, based on what equation kan, based on the equation given in the PAC. So do you have to write again the whole equation? No, you don't have to kan, just write down calculate Q1 answer is enough. But if you want to put also the equation, the entire equation also can. Okay, no problem. Okay, Q1 answer. Should we put anything inside of the input in front of the calculate process? Should we put anything over here?
No.
No,
No.
correct. So leave it empty because it is not an input operation. Okay. How about the module? What should I put over here?
Calculate.
Calculate.
Calculate module. Okay, so this is the most appropriate module for this kind of process. Okay, how about output? What should be the output?
No output.
No output for calculation process. Process is calculation is just a calculation. Okay, don't mix it with input and output. Okay, calculation is calculation. That's it. If you want to do process related to the output, do it separately. Good eh? Alright, okay. So next is the next process is calculate also kan. So we have three equation. Calculate, this one calculate Q2, this one calculate Q3. Okay. Calculate, calculate, and calculate. Okay, next. Give me the next process.
Display.
Display. Display what?
Answer.
Answer.
What answer?
Question 1. Q1
okay.
answer.
Display Q1 answer. Display. Q1 answer. And the module is?
Print. Print.
Print So we are using print over here. So follow the same name Okay, next. Also display. Need to display three three answer. Okay. Okay, anything to put inside of the output section?
letak Q1 answer.
Okay. So in line with the display process, you put down the output lah. Semua lain lah Tak nak sama pula. Anggap je lah sama Q1 answer. Fine. Sekejap Ni pula sih. Still not following. I don't know why. Ni 8. Paragraph. Why it doesn't want to follow? Q1. Two. 3.
Tak apa kot saya. Boleh faham.
Saya yang penting Stress. Boleh lah faham-faham lah sendiri
Faham.
Boleh juga. So it should be the same line lah. So okay, it should be the same line. Ni print. This is not for calculate lah. This one is all for read. Then calculate. And then this one is for print should be in the same line. In the same line. Okay. So last is what? Process. And okay. So and should go back to the control, which is what? Calculator control. Okay, calculator control. Besar pula dia. Okay. Alright. Can you understand?
Yes.
Any question?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, so next for algorithm. Okay, so algorithm is formal way to represent your design, right? Algorithm.
Yes.
Okay, algorithm is going to, the first thing that you need to do is make sure algorithm must consist of number. So each instruction is going to be represented by a specific number, starting with the algorithm name. So what is the algorithm name? Calculator, for example, calculator. So write down the calculator. This is for the algorithm name. Okay, next. Okay, next put down one tab. One tab. Siapa lah nak tab ni? Macam ni kan. Okay, just to differentiate between the name and also the rest of the instruction. So the first process. Okay, the first instruction is what?
Read. Read Q1 operand 1.
Name dulu.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
This one is very easy. If you are not sure, you can refer back to the IPO. Okay, refer back to the IPO. Okay, go to the process. Okay, this one. Okay, this section over here. Okay, and you can just copy, but you need to modify later on. Okay, so copy. Copy. Alright. Paste lah. Enter name. So. Number 4, enter everything. Aku tak nak ikut Number 4. Okay. This is called indent. Indent is very important and have some marks on it. Indent is where you differentiate, you give us some types, okay, in your algorithm or in your codings, okay, to differentiate the level of the instruction. If it is in the same type, meaning it is in the same level. Okay, for sequential, no issue. All instruction, okay, for sequential logic structure, all instruction are in the same level. Meaning in the same tab. Macam ni kan, sama je kan. Sama tab, meaning that it is in the same level. But if your algorithm involving decision and looping, that one we have to modify this lah. Okay, you are going to see many tabs. Okay, one tab, two tab, three tab nanti For sequential, only one tab for all the instruction. And last is N. So this is the same indent with the algorithm name. Sama leveler sama. The rest you can buat ke dalam sikit lah. Okay, then we have to modify lah. So this is not the end of your algorithm lah. This is not the final version of your algorithm. Okay, algorithm should be formal. Formal. Should be formal. Okay. Meaning that what should I change next? What is informal over here? Anybody can give me the correct answer? Which line should I change? Line number 2? Nak tukar tak?
Tak.
Ya. 3?
Tak.
So nak tukar yang mana?
Line 11, calculate semua.
Calculate, yeah, correct. So this is not formal way to represent a calculation, right? A formal way to represent a calculation is by putting the equation or expression. So refer to the PAC. Okay, and take all the required equation and replace with the calculate statement. Replace it then. Okay, this is Q1, Q2 answer. Q3 answer. Oh, sorry. Algorithm Okay, the rest is similar. So this is algorithm. Okay. Okay, dash check. Dash check banyak lah buat. Ini dash check, I leave it to you lah. Okay, dash check. I want you to do it for dash check. Okay, later on. Okay, flow chart. Okay, flow chart. Flow chart. Okay, flow chart ni. Okay, flow chart is for today we are going to use Raptor for the flow chart. Everybody already install Raptor?
Yes,
Dah
sir.
install?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
maybe we can do it together. Okay, so you can open up your Raptor. Okay, we are going to do the same thing, the same design as the algorithm, but using the flowchart, okay, Raptor flowchart. Alright. Dah ready
Dah.
Okay, if you run your, open up your Raptor kan, so you will get this interface kan, ada kan? With the master console kan, jangan, don't worry if the master console is disappear kan, you can find it over here kan. You click down here, and then you can click on the master console. Okay, so if you want to make it larger, you just click on the main area and then scale. Okay, you can click scale and you can enlarge your design lah. Scale. Okay. Okay, so this is a very basic mode. Okay, the basic mode. You can go to advanced mode later on. Okay, first you need to save. Okay, click on the file, save as. Okay, and create a folder and anywhere lah. You can go to desktop ke kan, mana-mana kan. Then create a new folder kan. So just click lah. Boleh Ini write down the file name. For example, calculator. Calculator app. Kan, contoh and just save. Save je lah. Tidak save lah. So next time if you want to refer back to your flowchart, you can find it in the save folder tadi kan. Okay, so this is the symbols that you can use inside of the Raptor. For today, we are just going to use 3 symbols only. Okay, the assignment symbol, input and outputs. Okay, so this is not the formal symbol for official flowchart. Okay, for official flowchart, use the symbol that we already discussed yesterday kan. So this is exclusively for Raptor only. Although some of the symbol is quite similar, But if you need to write down your answer in the assessment, don't use Raptor symbol. Use the one that we discussed yesterday. Alright. So the first one is enter name. Enter name is a input process. Okay, we already discussed this. Enter name is a input process. So for input process, you can click on this symbol. Okay, click and click again between start and end symbol. Okay, click. Dia lepas and then click again over here. Okay, input. So we are going to write down enter name again. Okay, so once you already done that, so double click on this symbol. Okay, double click, you will get this interface. Boleh? Okay, so next is the important part over here is here. Enter variable. What is the variable that you are going to use? So just follow your algorithm kan. So you use name kan? Name. So write down name over there. Okay. Over here is the text that you want user be able to see so that they know what to enter. Faham? This is the instruction. It is not variable. This is the instruction that you want user to know what they should enter. Nak masukkan name ke, nak masukkan number ke, nak enter age ke kan. So this is where you put the instruction lah. Okay, so instruction must start with the double quote lah. Double quote. So enter, for example apa? Please enter name. Please enter your name. Kan? So this doesn't mean anything to the program. Okay, this is meaningful only to the user. So you can write anything. Okay, in between the bracket, the code, double quote. Anything you can write, it won't affect your system. Okay. So done. So just click done, and you can try to run the program. So just clicking this. Okay, by clicking this, if there's no error, dia ada error juga kan. It's like a real programming punya tools kan, compiler. So if you put it wrongly, it will give you error. So get name. Get name. So in the normal flowchart, we put enter name kan. So you can also use get name. Okay, it's okay. But this is for Raptor kan. It use for input, it use get. Okay, get keyword. So this will prompt user to enter the value. For example, I'm entering my name kan. And then I click OK. So this is where it will show the output. So right now, no output yet. Kan? There's no output process yet. We just entering the input value. Okay. On the left side of the panel, you can see there's a name and then Zafril. So what is this? Okay, this is like inside of the computer memory. So this is representing what data have been stored inside of the memory and inside what variable. So currently we have one variable which is variable name, and the value inside of the variable name, okay, the value already stored inside of the variable name is Zafril. So can users see this value yet? Cannot kan? So user cannot see this value yet. What should a user should be able to see is inside of the master console. So currently there are none. Dia tak ada value lagi kan? So let's say we want to display what inside of variable name. Okay, we want to display so that user can be able to see kan? So you just click down the output. Okay, click the output and put it over here. Okay, and then double click. Okay, if you just want to show the value, just put the variable name. Name. The variable name is name kan. Variable name that we are going to display is the value of name instead of variable name. Don't get confused. So put is the same meaning as print, display. So inside of Raptor, it is using put keyword. Okay, so run the name, the field. Okay, and right now the value of name already displayed in the screen. The screen that meaning that user right now should be able to see the output. Uh, did you guys get it? Faham tak?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Faham,
straightforward
sir.
kan? Straightforward kan? Okay, what if your program involving a calculation kan? What if your program involve a calculation? Okay, if your program involving calculation, so let's say we change this to please enter a number kan? A number. Okay, and then this one number. Saya tukar lain lah. I'm creating a new input lah input baru lah. Ini tak payah kacau. Okay, one more input. Okay, so just click and click where you want the input to be appear kan. Katalah kat sini kan. Okay, so input this one. Enter a number. Contoh kan. Section kan. So the variable is number for example. Okay, this is variable name variable name. This is just instruction so that user know what to enter. Okay, so this is a number. So when after finish, when you run, okay, the field, then enter a number. So let's say I entered 100. Good. So if you can see over here, inside of the memory, we have two value, name and number. But currently on the display, only displaying Zafril kan. This is the latest that I run. If you want to make it fresh, you just clear everything and you run again. So it will just display the latest running. 100. Okay, Zafril. Doesn't display the number because we just print. Okay, we just display the name kan. So no number over here kan. Alright, so before we display the number, okay, we are going to do some calculation. So for calculation, we use assignment symbol. So this is similar with the official flowchart. Okay, put it after you get the value of number. Okay, after you get the value of number, we are going to do something with the number. Okay, so over here. So double click. Okay, so let's say the equation is answer kan. For example, answer equal to number plus 1000. Let's say this is the equation that we want to translate into Raptor kan. So a correct way to do to convert this equation into Raptor statement is by Control X. It is similar with this one. Okay, meaning that answer equal to number plus 1000. This is the statement understand by the Raptor. Okay, can you understand? If you have equation like answer equal to number plus 1000, so you put the answer over here and the expression over here. Okay, and then done. Okay, next we are going to display the answer. Okay, so use output symbol. Okay, click. Okay, double click and just put down the variable name, number, and done. Okay, so now run. Okay, after this you can watch again the recording and then you can try. So nak try sekarang lambat sikit lah. Okay, name. Okay, enter number, let's say 99. So 99 plus 1000 it will give you 1099. Okay, and then you put name Zafril and then you put number 99. Okay, so where is answer? Tak ada lah kan, sebab kita we are not printing the answer kan, we are printing the number kan. So if you want to print the answer, so make it answer over here lah. Answer. Okay, print. Nine. Okay, 1099. Okay. Right, so this is not very user-friendly output kan. So user just see the value of the variable. What if you want to make it much more user-friendly output so that user will know what is Zafril, what is 1099 kan. So you can also put on some text along with the outputs. Okay, for example for name kan. So I'm going to modify this. So double click. Instead of just displaying the value of name, okay, I want user to be able to see what is actually name kan. Okay, so for that you need to use the double quote. Example, student name. So this is the text that I want user to be able to view kan. Student name and then that's it. Okay, so I want to also make it displayed by the user the real value of the name. So just put plus. Meaning that I want to display dummy. This is a dummy data kan. It is meaningless to the system, but for the user can differentiate the outputs later on kan by referring to this text. So this is just a dummy text. And then what else you want to print? I want to print this with the real value of name. So plus name. Use the plus symbol Okay. Okay, you can try later on. Okay. So you can see over here, instead of just displaying the name, you can now also displaying the text student name so that it is meaningful to the user. Okay, Zafril 99. Okay, you see student name Zafril. Okay, this is just number answer. So you can also modify this. Okay, you get it? Okay, let's say I want to put down more than one variable in a single display. Can I do that? Let's try boleh ke tak kan? So I want to display the value of number kan. Okay, number. And then I want to user to be able to know what operation involved in this program kan. So number Okay, this is text. Okay, this is text. Text. Okay, this is text. This is variable. Wait. Alright. Real 99. Okay. Clearly I need to add something over here kan to differentiate the text and the value 1099. So I can modify this again. Number plus 1000 equal to 1099. Okay, so this one number is 99 kan, 99. Okay, ni just display ni output. Okay, so if you want to display the output alongside with the text, you put plus symbol kan, plus symbol, and then we display this text, and then we also want to display the value of 1099. So plus text plus answer. Hopefully you will understand this by doing it by yourself later on. Okay, you can see the difference. So enter my name, enter the number value. Okay, right now this is the much more meaningful output, okay, that user can relate on the operation of the program. Okay, boleh?
Boleh.
Yeah, easy. So your next task is to convert, okay, to convert the algorithm into a flowchart by using Raptor. Boleh? Boleh tak? Eh. Okay, first dash check. Next is a flowchart. Okay, these two lah. Boleh? Okay, kalau boleh, okay, this one, and also one more question. Okay, so you can find this question in column. Can you see my screen, right? So right now I'm displaying column, right? Betul kan?
Yes.
Betul.
Okay, you can go to C14 and C15 lab sheet. So you are going to use the same question. Okay, lab sheet week 3 question. Right. Let's do question number. Ni senang sikit. Question number 3. Okay, number 3 only. The rest you don't have to do. Okay. Submit question number 3 along with the one that I already asked you. Yang tadi tu lah. Boleh? Before tomorrow midnight. Boleh?
Boleh. Boleh.
Okay, good. Okay, so submit over here. Okay, C12. This is for C12. C11. I will. If there's a C11 and C13 over here right now, I will create another link for you lah later on. Okay, that's all. Any question?
Sir, yang lagi satu kerja tu apa?
Apa dia?
Selain daripada lab sheet tu.
Desk check dan juga flowchart. Okay,
Yes.
desk check and flowchart for yang tadi tu yang kita discuss, the one that we discussed earlier.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Boleh eh?
Boleh.
Alright, clear eh? No question?
No.
Okay. So yang lain? Tanya sekarang. Jangan dia tanya kita tak faham. Tak faham tanya sekarang eh? Okay, if no question then okay, see you guys next week. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.